Dallas Cowboys Game Night is presented by AT&T. GEICO. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. Miller Lite, the only beer the Cowboys. It's Miller time. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
Thursday night football sees the Dallas Cowboys get back to their winning ways, 8-4 now on the 2021 season as the Cowboys take down the New Orleans Saints at the Superdome. 27-17, the final score. The Cowboys forced 4 turnovers, all 4 of which coming in the form of an interception in order to get the win. The offense takes a little bit of time to wake up, and they've still got some work to do, but ultimately Dan Quinn filling in for Mike McCarthy, who's on the COVID list, gets the job done with his defense. Welcome in to Cowboys Game Night here from DallasCowboys.com and the Star in Frisco alongside 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time Super Bowl champ Nate Newton. I'm Kyle Yeomans. And Nate, we'll start with you on this one. I mean, how impressed were you by this Cowboys defense, the way that they were able to control really all the way throughout the game, all 4 quarters long against the Saints offense?
I was really impressed. They did a super job. They were like 5 for 14 or 13 on third downs. They did what they had to do, and they made big plays. You know, we couldn't get our running game going because I thought that would be a big thing going into this, but we couldn't get that running game early, and they sustained. They got those 3 and outs, and that's what we needed. And they sustained us with big play after big play.
Yeah, really, the offense never got off the ground the way that you would expect. They put up decent numbers, but really a big reason for the decent numbers is the fact that the defense put them in great situations. Let's see how this one unfolded. The Cowboys on the road to Superdome trying to get their first win in New Orleans since 2009. The Cowboys 1-3 in their last 4 games. It took a little bit for both offenses to get off the ground, but Dallas finally opened it up by dialing up this 41-yard strike to Amari Cooper. Cooper back after missing 2 games on the COVID reserve list, and he played a factor in one of the opening scoring drives for the Cowboys. 3 plays later, how about welcome back CeeDee Lamb? He missed last week with a concussion. He takes this one from just outside the 30 all the way down to the 1-yard line for the Cowboys offense, which on the next play, Michael Gallup back of the end zone, toe drag swag like we've seen so many times before from Mr. Gallup.
This dude is smooth, man. He made sure he had the ball. Did he look down to place his feet? That takes great body control. That is a great play by Michael Gallup. That's what we know him for, is to make those type of toe drag swags, you call it.
You're exactly right. That's what the kids say nowadays. And he was able to do it again there. All 3 receivers impacting the scoring drive. However, the Saints did have an answer. Southlake Carroll's own Lil Jordan Humphrey, the Texas prospect, comes up with a 24-yard touchdown to tie it up at 7. However, the Cowboys would return on the ensuing drive. Greg Zuerlein from 55 yards out to retake the lead, 10-7. It was a little tight early on. No room for Dallas to breathe, and as New Orleans was driving inside the Dallas 30, tipped ball, and Jaron Kearse to the rescue. How about this pick? Talk about toe drag swag.
Oh, that was sweet, man. He broke down on that ball. He ran that's right. Whoa. He took advantage of what you call a tip, or overthrow a tip, and he got that play. Great play. Once again, what is toe drag swag?
Toe drag swag. Look at how he keeps his balance here.
Wow.
As the possession of the football.
Straighten his knees out.
Both feet down. The second pick of the year, 16th for the Dallas defense, and it turned into 3 points the other way. Prior to the halftime break, Dallas led it by 6, 13-7 at the end of the first 2 quarters. Now let's fast forward into the middle of the third. Dallas up by 3 again. Cowboys never got the run game going except for this one. Tony Pollard finds a way to the sideline and says goodbye. 58 yards to the house. Dallas up by 10.
As you see right here, all the linemen get out, make great blocks. You see the center get a great block there. This guy did not know Tony's speed right here. He was going to try to play him for the sideline. Blew the angle, touchdown.
First play of the 4th quarter, Micah Parsons gets to Taysom Hill. 10th sack of the year for the rookie, the first rookie since Joey Bosa. 5 straight games with the sack. Pretty impressive again from Parsons. Dallas couldn't convert on offense in the 4th quarter, so the defense had to come up big. This one tipped at the line of scrimmage. DeMonte KZ with an interception. Second takeaway for the Dallas defense. Jordan Lewis was the one who got his hand on it at the line of scrimmage. no score for Dallas again. So what does the defense do? How about Trayvon Diggs, his 9th interception of the season? Dallas with 3 takeaways, all 3 interceptions, and they said, you know what, the Dallas offense didn't score again in the fourth quarter, so let's take things into our own hands. Literally, Carlos Watkins picks it off and takes it himself into the end zone to seal it for the Cowboys. This one put them up 27-10, a pick 6 for the Cowboys. New Orleans would tack on a late 70-yard score to make it look a little bit better, but Dan Quinn ultimately very happy with his Dallas Cowboys. 27-17, the final scores. We take a look at some of the final stats, and when we come back here on Cowboys Game Night, we will hear from Dan Quinn himself, the interim head coach, and his thoughts as the Cowboys improve to 8-4.
Ability. What were your impressions, and just maybe kind of address what went into this behind the scenes?
Right. Well, I think it's really an example of leadership from Mike, and to say what happens when the leader is not here. And so to have that many people, step into new spaces and just have no flinch to it. So what an incredible job by Linda and Chase. I mean, they had to really do some shifting around. The entire strength and conditioning staff's been out for a while, and we got Cedric Smith back today. So just everybody had to, chip it in to say, hey, man, no job is not your job right now. Like, by any means necessary, we got to get this job done. And so when moving parts come, you know what the cool part about when you deliver, which the guys did, there's a lot of trust that gets built. And I thought it was especially cool to see the players not flinch, not do anything. And we talked about that during the week. This is their time, and to go after it, and they certainly responded.
Talking about DeMarcus being on the pitch count, was Amari?
He was, yes.
Did he didn't exceed?
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that.
He looked tonight.
It's very cool to see the big play happen. Anticipate his, reps as we're going back into normal practice week and such.
This segment is brought to you by the Texas Lottery. The Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket from the Texas Lottery is your ticket for a chance to win up to $100,000. Get your Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket today. Must be 18 or older to purchase a ticket. Play responsibly.
Welcome back into more Cowboys Game Night from the Star in Frisco. Lots of adversity for the Dallas Cowboys this week as Mike McCarthy and a handful of others placed on the COVID reserve list. So in steps Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator serving as the interim head coach. And because he does get the win, he does go back up to the podium as the head coach once the former head coach of the Atlanta Falcons gets a chance to speak over the 27-17 win.
All right, let's get rocking. I thought one thing you guys have heard me say before is I love doing hard things with a group of people, and this was one of those moments, and we got great people to get the job done. So we wanted to make sure Mike and all the guys who missed, let them know we got their back. And so honestly, it was the only thing I was nervous about. I didn't want to let him down, Mike, to make sure we could. He's done a great job of leading us to how it's going to go down, the play style that we want to go. But it was just a cool win. Total team win. He talked about playing complementary ball, and so getting the ball out a few times tonight, man, that was big. And so to have a four interception night, that was huge. So this is a tough place to play, and this is a tough team. And so to have that kind of resiliency tonight, I thought it was a cool thing. This quarterback, he was a handful, for a guy who can run it and throw it, and he's tough as they get. And so it was definitely 11-man football when he was running. I don't know how many carries he had, but it was certainly an all-day fight. We knew it was going to be coming down here, but I love the mindset of the guys. And Mike and all the coaches were there kind of just with us every step of the way in the preparation and meetings and all that. So it was just cool to have a good team win. So with that, I'll be glad to open up to you guys and let it rip.
What was the most difficult thing, besides the game itself, dealing with everything that had happened this week?
I'd say just, Mike did a good job of just making sure everything, stayed level of how we do things and the approach that we go. We weren't going to make shit up and change things. It was more like, hey, man, let's make sure we do this in the style and the fashion that we needed to. But make no mistake, there was, we were not pleased with our last performance. And so we needed to come back and make sure we played like we were capable of. And it was just cool to see the guys fight and battle for it.
Did you guys get Mike on the phone?
You love hearing from Dan Quinn. You can really sense the passion that he has for this team, and really he has a good reason for it. His defense is playing good football right now. What did you think about what they brought to the table from that side of the football and really that unit as a whole?
They've always played with a lot of energy, Now that we got DeMarcus Lawrence back, that's another guy that's into the fold, a player that can play a lot of snaps once he's getting ramped up. But I like what Coach has done right here, man. Defensive day, man. He's a defensive guy. It's a defensive day. He tried to get the run game going. We had the one big play by the young Pollard. And after that right there, it was just a grind, and his defense took over. Hey, it's been a long time since the Dallas Cowboys defense has taken over a game.
Now, the New Orleans Saints were missing multiple pieces on their offensive side of the football. Talking about Alvin Kamara. Of course, they made the switch at quarterback as well. Does this give you any added confidence for this Cowboys secondary, even without the strengths of that Saints offense?
Yes, it does. I mean, just to get back into the rhythm, to get these plays, to make big plays, that's a great thing tonight.
Got to be able to make the plays, and Dan Quinn's defense certainly did that. One of the guys who made a big play, how about Micah Parsons, the rookie, now up to double-digit sacks on the year. We hear from him when we return with more Cowboys Game Night.
This segment was brought to you by the Texas Lottery. The Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket from the Texas Lottery is your ticket for a chance to win up to $100,000. Get your Dallas Cowboys scratch ticket today. Must be 18 or older to purchase a ticket. Play responsibly.
Right, let me know. I keep doing it, but I mean, if I don't, been good enough, then that's the type of it's hard grading there, and that's what I want because it's only gonna make me better. You want a coach that's gonna really pressure you to bring out the best in you. So I mean, I really appreciate it.
What did you know about Dan Quinn that the rest of the team does see tonight? Not only on the defense.
I would say his personality. Anytime we meet up, it's always good vibes, good smiling guy, a great person. And I think everyone got to kind of see that warm side of Quinn tonight and his energy and spirit that he brings to the team.
What was Mike McCarthy's message to you guys today in the team meeting without him being here?
Basically, Coach Mike said, don't let what's going on right now affect what we have going on. At the end of the day, we're going to leave New Orleans 8-4, and that's what we're going to do, and that's what we did for Coach Mike, and I'm pretty sure Coach Mike's in that hotel room smiling, happy for the guys, and ready to be back with us on Monday.
Cool. Thanks, Micah.
Yep.
This segment is brought to you by GEICO. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
The Cowboys defense got their 2020 sack leader, DeMarcus Lawrence, back into the fold this week, but it's still Micah Parsons, the rookie, leading the way, now with 10 sacks on the 2021 campaign. Here's what he had to say following the 10-point win over the Saints.
Micah, back in September, Randy Gregory had said, I really think it's realistic that Micah could
I mean, I don't think I did too much right now. I mean, there's still stuff out there to get that's on the plate and got to get done. And right now, only half the job is done. I mean, you got to complete the whole mission. So nothing's really done yet. I mean, besides a couple minor personal goals, I'm worried about the bigger stuff.
Can you describe how the team felt the postgame for Dan, filling in that role? I know you guys really
It was a bunch of energy, man. It's different when you got 10 guys bought in and maybe you got 20 guys bought in or 30. But when you got, 53 guys that's in there bought in for a guy and you want to put everything out on, I think that speaks volume of who Dan is, and I think it's volume of the team we have going on right now. And I think everybody was so excited about the win. It's good to put a win on the sheet and a good opportunity to get ready for next week.
talk about the bigger stuff. What's the bigger stuff you're talking about?
Man, the Super Bowl, I mean, playoffs, I mean, you got 5 games left. And, there's stuff to be done within them 5 games. I don't think it's time for me to sit on my couch and start smiling, eating Cheetos just yet. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do something way bigger than what anybody else thought we could do this year. So that's what I'm focused on. I'm just doing my job in the process.
As an offensive, they got some issues with something like that. It's hurt. You guys feel like defensively, we got to carry this thing. So offensively, we got to be going. We feel like defensively, you guys got to carry this thing a little bit until Zeke gets a little more healthier and you get Amari back on.
No, not at all. I mean, even without them guys, I think the offense is very productive. But regardless of what the offense do, we got to do what we do. We want to do that regardless of what the offense do. If the offense scores 0 points, then we expect to hold the other team to 0 points. We just want to go out and tie. You know what I mean? They don't carry no weight onto what we do on that defensive side of the ball, and I think that's what's special here. Like, we just feed off each other, but nothing's unintentional.
On the sack of
Dallas defense takes away 4 times in this ball game. You look at that number, it says 0, but there's 4 that are supposed to be in that interceptions category. Overall, the Cowboys defense able to take care of business all the way through. And you talk about quarters 1 through 4, the Saints offense never got off the ground.
Never got off the ground because of this kid right here. Yes, they were missing some key pieces, some big time, but this kid here is hungry. This kid plays at a high level. And like you just said, he is more than Cheetos with him. I'm a Cheetos man, but hey, I'm down with you. I understand what you're saying. Their defense is playing well because of this kid.
Not time to kick up the feet just yet. Plenty of work to do, and the Cowboys do have 5 games left on the schedule, and Micah Parsons has already had a historic rookie year in a Cowboys uniform. When we come back, we hear about the run game and hear from Ezekiel Elliott on Game Night.
This segment was brought to you by GEICO. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Yeah, definitely look at it as a mini body, get ourselves rested this weekend, get some players back completely healthy and just get the reps and practice that they need before we play in the next game. And, it's great to have a win rolling into this and then being able to just propel and hit this last stretch of 5 games the right way. Yeah, text message. Obviously just saying he's proud, make sure I let the guys know that. And I just told him we missed him. Got it done, and at 8-4, we'll, as I said, we'll get rested, recovered, and hit this stretch the right way.
Like you talked about, the offensive productivity was on and off tonight. What do you want the offense to be able to do that you weren't able to do tonight?
Yeah, we just got to be more sound, more focused. As I said, I've got to stay disciplined and just playing play by play and not trying to put the dagger in them and knock them out of the game. And when you do that, as I said, that's why I was sloppy there, and that's why I was sloppy there, just trying to do more than what was within the plan, what they were giving me. And so we've just got to be more disciplined. I've got to be more disciplined in those moments. And as I said, just playing it out, trusting one another, and we've got to be more focused in critical situations.
I know you missed them, but you had the first throw to Amari. You took a lick. And how big was that just to get him going a little bit?
One more time? Missed him when?
You missed Amari because he was out for a couple of weeks.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, but you took a shot when you threw that first
Yeah, I mean, it's just trusting that guy and getting it to the right spot. I knew I was going to take a hit and just staying in there and letting it go, and he made a good catch and got some yards after the catch as well, and that just showed.
"13 carries, under 50 yards for Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott, as really the run game outside of the 58-yarder from Tony Pollard never got going, and they never got that ball rolling. However, we do get a chance to hear from Ezekiel Elliott and how he's feeling after the win over the New Orleans Saints.
All right, just take us through. It was tough sledding out there, but you guys needed a win in the biggest way. Just what's it like, that locker room, like getting that victory?
We know it's going to be a tough game. Coming here and playing on the road is never easy. The crowd is very good. They always get into it. We knew it was going to be a little hostile, a little loud. We just had to, handle the noise and lock in and execute.
How difficult was the whole week? Just, knowing McCarthy wasn't going to be there, some of the other assistants, a lot of shuffling going on, kind of a weird week because of the Thursday game. Was it something that was tough for you guys to handle at first?
I wouldn't say it was tough. After last year, we're kind of used to all the COVID protocols, but it was definitely different. Just not being able to meet in person. I think we weren't able to meet in person till the day before the game. So it was tough, just kind of, getting in, just going to practice and then kind of weird going home and doing the meetings virtual at home. But I think everyone did a good job preparing themselves, players and coaches, and we came out and got the job done.
I know that was the big part, getting the win. You still kind of wanted to get the running game fixed. Other than the big run by Tony, you guys didn't really do that. What was so tough about running the ball here tonight?
Saints have a good front. They do a lot of movement. They got a lot of good guys up front, and so it was a little tough. But we made the plays we needed to make, and all we can do is celebrate this win. But go turn around and figure out how we're going to get better.
You're more excited about the win or the 10 days off from your knee?
Big win.
But about the knee, though, just are you excited about getting a break here?
Yeah, it'll be good to get a break.
Awesome. Thank you. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
You heard it from Zeke. The Cowboys pretty excited about the big win, but the 10 days off are going to do him well. This is a run game that hasn't just been a struggle this week. Now, they did get up over 100 yards in this one. However, it's the first time outside of the Atlanta game that since the bye week they've hit the triple digits mark. Anything concern you around Ezekiel Elliott and what this running game is going to be moving forward?
Yes, because as we move forward, we need for Zeke to be healthy. It's all right to be a hero. It's all right to be a war horse. But we have to give Tony Pollard a few more reps because Zeke is banged up. This right here, the crowd chamber, whatever they call it, they just put that leg in there, man, that knee in there, just let it heal because we need him going down the stretch. It's going to be many more tough games, because you're not fighting in the East. You're fighting in the whole NFC. So he has to be healthy if we're going to go anywhere.
It's got to be that 1-2 punch. Now, Tony Pollard did his job. He had the 58-yard score, but outside of that, that was a top 3 run defense that bottled up Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard for much of the game, and hopefully the 10 days off does it well. Were you ever in one of those chambers, the cryogenics? Did you ever get it done right?
No, they was just inventing that when I played.
Okay. So none for Nate Newton at the point. Yeah. When we come back, we wrap things up here on Cowboys Game Night.
It's a lot, very exciting. We know the talent that we have out of us three, and we understand what we can do.
we can. I feel like we can take over a game, and in that drive, we definitely did that, and MG capped it off with a great catch.
You are from not far from here, a big part of your childhood. What was the cheering section like, and the family and friends? Was there a big crowd?
Oh, it was a big crowd for sure, and you know, I'm excited. I was happy to be out there. That was actually my first time actually being in the Superdome, like my whole life. So it was a lifetime achievement. It was a long time coming, but obviously I was on the opposing side of the team, and I'm happy we won. You know what I'm saying?
What's your impression of the impact that Micah's having on defense, Trayvon's having on the defense?
Them guys are stepping up, man. They're relentless. As you can see, the plays Micah is making is phenomenal, clutch, and he's just making them week in and week out. Defensive player, rookie of the year, and I like Trey for defensive player of the year. So, you know, you can do what you want with that.
Jack said that he kind of admitted the offense was a little frustrated at times. I just didn't feel like it was. Do you sense that too? That you guys won the game, but
I do.
feel like you guys
Nah, we were far from where we want to be. We didn't capitalize on a lot of drives. Felt like we kept them in the game. I mean, and that's just us as an offense.
Dallas Cowboys Game Night was presented by AT&T, Reliant, an NRG company, and by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
Cowboys offensively would like to put this one in the rearview mirror, but they get the job done 27-17 on the road over the New Orleans Saints. Winning on the road in the NFL is never an easy task, and that was certainly the case tonight against the Saints, but they get it done. They are now 8-4 and still squarely in the conversation for home field advantage and potentially a first-round bye in the NFC. Welcome back into the final segment of Cowboys Game Night. Alongside Nate Newton, I'm Kyle Yeomans. 10 days off for this Cowboys team. How big is that to get healthy and ready moving into this final stretch?
They have to get healthy. They have to get Zeke in the run game going. They have to get our offensive linemen healthy. Get our defensive guys going back and ramping them up, because you got Washington twice, you got Philly once, you got New York once. You coming into the heart of your NFC East division. Washington trying to bear down on us. So we have to be perfect and rested and healthy and going.
What's the biggest concern for you on this Cowboys team moving into the final 5 games?
Get the run game going. You want to be a two-way team going down the stretch. You don't want to be dictated to whether you're going to run or pass. You want to dictate to the defense.
Got to find a way to get the balance back on the offensive side of the football. The defense still taking the football away and slowing down offenses, and they're going to have to do that against the Washington football team coming up in 10 days. They got some time off. For Nate Newton, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Thanks for joining us here on this one in Cowboys Game Night. The Cowboys win it over the Saints, 27-17.